Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today we're here with another review. Today we're going to look at some Marvel's Spider-Man figures. From the ZD Toys we have Miles Morales and Ghost Spider, or Spider-Gwen if you will. To be honest, I really like the Spider-Gwen figure. You can find these figures on AliExpress. They're about 3.75 inches in height, just like the Marvel Universe or Infinity series. And what is really cool about this set is that we get a Ghost Spider figure on this scale. They come in nice boxes. On the top of the box you can see the Marvel Spider-Man logo and the figures inside, and this is how they look from the side. Basically this is how they look from the other side. You can see a nice image of Ghost Spider and Miles Morales right here. So yeah, this is the behind part of the box. You can see some other figures of the line. It basically shows you right here the one that you have. For example, this one is Ghost Spider, so that's why it has this one, while this one has Miles Morales. So, and if you collect all of these, you make something like a circle with these figures, apart from the Spider-Man universe. And here you can see the Disney logo. So let's waste no time and put them out of the box to see how they look. Alright guys, so here we are. To be honest, I really don't know too much about these ZD toys. I learned them basically thanks to these figures right here. I haven't heard about them before. As you can see, they come with a respective bases. And what is really cool about this one is that you can put the base, like this, and basically to make this big circle. I wish they could give us some other figures from Spider Universe that we didn't get many figures of them, for example like Jonah Jameson, Mary Jane, maybe Jackal and Prowler would be really nice on this scale if they decide to produce them, just to complete the collection from Spider-Man. And here are the bases. It's nothing really special. You can see the ZD Toys logo underneath. It says made in China from Marvel. So yeah, very simple, plastic bases. And here we have Miles Morales and the Ghost Spider. Now let's first start with Miles Morales. He has very nice paint job, I can say. I think it's just like you see him on the comics. It has this, cartoonish or anime style on him, if you know what I'm saying. So you can rotate the head like that, 360. You can't move it upwards or downwards, only you can rotate it like that. And if you do, it's actually kind of stiff. Unfortunately, it doesn't have any torso rotation right here. And here you can see his shoulders. You can rotate the shoulders like that, 360. You can rotate the elbows like that. And it looks like it has a ball jointed elbow, but actually it turns out it does not, because you can't remove this. You can't turn around this one, unfortunately, so you only have this limited position. So even though it looks like it's ball jointed, it's not. So take care of this. You don't want to press too much and break anything. And right here we have the waist. You can rotate it like that, 360. But what is not good about this is if you want to have it like this, it would look weird, and it has this empty thing inside. And you can see like inside the plastic. I don't know if you can see with the lighting right here. So this figure basically is made to be able to stand like this. And as far as the legs goes, you can move the legs like that, forwards until this position, and backwards, well, not at all, because they stop on his butt cheek right here. But you can bend the knees like that. Unfortunately, it doesn't have a double jointed knee, and unfortunately, it doesn't have an ankle articulation. But as far as the knees goes, they also look like they are ball joint, so I assume you can turn this around. No, it looks like it's ball joint, but it's not. If you press it too much, it will make pressure right here, and probably this plastic will break. Yeah, they are cheap figures, they are not that, as far as quality as the Marvel Universe or Infinite series or the Legend series that Hasbro has produced. I feel like this is, they are less quality, but still some really nice and decent figures from ZD Toys. I'm really glad that we get the Spider-Gwen figure, so I will not complain. For me, it would be much better if we were taking some figures, some characters from the Spider Universe that we didn't get many figures of. Like I said, like Jackal, for example, or Prowler. Yeah, and this is the behind part of him. I like the coloration. It has been done really nicely. You don't see any sloppiness at all. It has, only this kind of mispaint right here. It has this black spot, which I'm gonna remove it later. It doesn't miss any place, any paint anywhere. Even these small lines right here on the spider of the legs has been done really nicely. The same on the behind part as well, and on the eyes. So yeah, I think he looks kinda alright. And right here we have Spider Gwen, or Ghost Spider. Unfortunately on this one you can't rotate the head at all because of the hoodie that she has. Well, this is kind of a letdown. I wish they had found a way to make the head rotate a little bit, but it does not. You can't also rotate the chest right here or anything, only you can rotate the waist like that, 360, and you can rotate the elbows like that, 360, and yeah, basically you can't go it too much. Yeah, and you can't move the elbows backwards and forwards, only like this. Unfortunately you can't rotate the wrist or the forearm or the entire elbow, so very limited as far as the articulation goes. And on the feet you can go the feet forward until this position, and backwards, well, not at all, because they stop right here on the behind part of here. And you can bend the knees like that a little bit. Unfortunately it doesn't have a double jointed knees, and it doesn't have an ankle articulation or anything. But the feet though has been painted really nicely, and they also have these pegs inside. You can see the ZD Toys logo underneath, and you put these pegs on their bases to help them stand properly. The coloration on the face has been done really nicely, like this pinkish coloration that they add here and there. And the black and white outfit is also has been done really nicely. You don't see any mispaint or anything. So yeah, as far as the paint job goes, I think these figures are really well made. Unfortunately the articulation is just a little bit of a problem, and I feel the material is not that durable as the Marvel Universe. And just for a size comparison, here they are next to some other Marvel figures. This is the Marvel Legends Chameleon, the Marvel Infinite Series Vulture, and this Spider-Man came as a set with the Shocker. In my opinion, this is the best Spider-Man at this scale, at this size, I believe. I'm really pleased with this figure. So yeah, as you can see, they scale really nice with the others. Unfortunately, you can't make too many poses with them, and they have some difficult studying, but you can find just a regular pose and have them similar with this the Spider-Man has, and just have them like this. So this was, guys, for today. The ZD Toys Miles Morales and Ghost Spider 3.75-inch figures review. Thank you for watching the video. Hope you enjoyed it and I helped you out. I want to see you next time. Bye.